Good afternoon, Jets fans. Super Bowl Sunday. The New York Jets are not playing, but they somehow found a way to win. Kudos to Aaron Glenn, Muji, and the entire new regime for making the right decision. You've heard me here talk about it time and time again. The best thing for the New York Jets would be to move on immediately, rip the band aid off. You weren't going to start a new regime with a 41-year-old quarterback off of a 5-win season. It wasn't going to happen. It made no sense. And the New York Jets finally are making sense. Ladies and gentlemen, I know what you're thinking. It's the afternoon. Why is he on? Super Bowl Sunday. I didn't want to wait till 11:30 at night to start a show, so I came on now. News all around the league coming out that there was Jay Glazer first reported, and now everyone else is on it. Jay Glazer with the big scoop. I will read his tweet. Aaron Rodgers flew back to New Jersey last week to meet the Jets about his future with the team, only to be told that the team was moving on from him. If that means he will be a June 1st designation, that allows him to sign with any team in the league on March 12th if he decides to continue to play. Given that Aaron made the effort to fly back to discuss his future, all signs point to him continuing to play. It just won't be for the Jets. Ian Rappaport retweeting around the NFL. Aaron Rodgers appeared to be headed for a split after 2 seasons. It's the right move. It's the right move for the Jets. It had to be done. Give me a second. It had to be done, right? I know some of you wanted him, but it didn't make any sense. You were thinking as fans. I know I'm a fan, but I shut my brain off from fandom and try to think from the organization side of it. Joe the Jet G says, I'm tired of losing. We lost with them. What are we losing? We lost with him. Rich Samini retweeting right now. The Jets are declining comment on the Jake Glazer report that Rodgers has been informed by the team that it's moving on from him. Although it doesn't come as a surprise because it's been trending in this direction. Rodgers did meet with team officials in New Jersey the other day, and Samini can confirm, as part of evolving talks with regard to his future. This wasn't just a one-time discussion. Aaron Glenn has been in contact with Rodgers since he got the job. So a lot of different stories coming out right now, a lot of different perspectives. I will keep you updated on all tweets that come in. If I miss one in the chat, let me know, and I will get to it. The guys that I get alerts from are Samini, Zach Rosenblatt, Connor Hughes, Garofalo, Rappaport, and Schefter. That's my 6 that I get alerts for all of their tweets. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, everyone. Thank you for being here. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. If you have subscribed to the channel, welcome back, you awesome son of a bitch. It's nice to see you. Maybe one day we'll be playing. I believe this gets us closer. You want that money off. You need that money gone. You need to start building the Muji Glenn team, the structure. You need to move on from Rodgers. It's the right move. If you are a fan who screams, well, what's the better option? There are many options out there that can win more than 5 games. I'm not saying Rodgers is the sole reason that we won 5 games. But offense in the NFL succeeds by being unpredictable. Offense in the NFL succeeds when it catches the defense off guard. I've said it many times and I will say it again. When Rodgers comes to the line and starts checking everything and runs the play clock down, everyone knows it's going to be a pass. When we come out and there's none of that, the defense knows it's going to be a run. You can't succeed in today's NFL with the speed of the D linemen, the linebackers, how fast they are by being predictable. You're setting everything up for failure. Breece Hall can't get going unless he catches one in the open field because it's the only chance he has. Garrett Wilson, if you are one of the fans that say he was top 5 in targets, he's not built like Calvin Johnson. You don't want him getting the ball at, behind, or only 5 yards down from the line of scrimmage 140 times a year. You want him getting the ball downfield in the open field where he beats the corner and he can make the safety miss and outrun them to the end zone. We don't get that from Garrett Wilson because our quarterback didn't have the balls to throw those passes. Garrett Wilson is not meant to catch the ball at the line of scrimmage, make the corner miss, make the linebacker miss, make the DN miss, make the safety miss. He's not built like that. He's not running through guys. He's shifty. As he's shifting, other people are closing in. Watch how they use Devontae Smith. Go watch. You want to know exactly what to go watch? Go watch Jameson Williams. Go watch Amon St. Brown. Go watch the Lions passing attack because breaking news, we have their passing coordinator as our offensive coordinator now. This is not a bad thing. If you want to keep Garrett Wilson, this is step 1. Step 2, cha-ching. But this is the move that helps you keep Garrett Wilson. Garrett, we know you weren't utilized the right way. Don't blame that on us. Give us a chance. You've seen what we've done. We will get you the ball where you can be successful. We will get you the ball where you can cook. We will get you the ball where you will dog people in the open field. And you can be that guy that goes for 1,600 yards plus. Breece Hall, go look at the tape on Jahmyr Gibbs. We will build the line. We will not be predictable. We will compliment you and Garrett. This is what was supposed to happen with Rodgers, remember? He didn't allow it. He stopped it. If you are the fan screaming and yelling that Breece Hall wasn't utilized the right way, look at number 8. Go burn your number 8 jersey right now. Get rid of it. Because that's the reason Breece didn't progress. Garrett Wilson not getting 10 touchdowns in a season, Aaron Rodgers is the reason for that. He wanted to get cute and just force the ball to Devontae. Devontae, very nice player. I wish we could keep him. We're not going to. I have no complaints about Devontae. Guy is a class act on and off the field. It just won't work here. They tried. They kept trying as the season went on. It didn't work. If you are the fan, we just need to run it back. We need to make a couple of adjustments on defense. That's the mentality that keeps a team losing. We were close, just try it again. We were close, just try it again. Next thing you know, it's a decade full of closes, just try it again, and you haven't sniffed the fucking playoff game. This is the right move for today, for tomorrow, for the 2025 draft, for the 2025 season, and beyond. I don't care if he threw 28 touchdowns. Anyone who starts 17 games in the NFL can do that. You know how many he padded his stats for? By checking out of runs inside the 5-yard line, probably, and to throw the ball because he felt more comfortable. It's the right move. If this regime came in and started with saying, hey, we're going to keep you, they would have looked like assholes. They would have looked stupid keeping Rodgers. They are not working on emotion. They are not fans. They are not hoping. They have a fucking plan. They are going to execute it. This is the first execution. "2023 was the year. That was the year. He went down. It didn't work. You don't keep wheeling him out there hoping that it happens. Boycott, when's the last time a Jets quarterback hit 7 wins? The last 2 seasons before him. Who cares about the fucking stats, guys? Who cares about the stats? Hennessy, I never wanted him back for 2025. I wanted him back for 2024, yes, but I did not want him back for 2025. Never wanted the salary, never wanted the lack of excitement in the offense, never wanted a guy who refuses to run the plays as called, never thought he would want to work with a new regime, never thought the new regime would want him. Story right now from Bleacher Report saying Devontae Jets may part ways. Adams was primarily there because of Rodgers. We all know that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button. Sorry for all of you that love Blitz BK's music. We will get to that at the end, but today was too big. Many teams in this league can throw 28 touchdown passes. Many teams in this league can do it without having the least amount of rush attempts. It's possible. Don't think because you got a little bit of statistics, it equated to wins. Because breaking news, it fucking didn't. I don't care if he threw 50 touchdowns and we had 5 wins. Too many slow starts to games. Too many halves with no points. We were there. Addison's birthday. 21-point lead. We're up. We scored 21 in the first half. 0 points the rest of the game. He wasn't good enough. He wasn't consistent enough. If he scores more points in those games, we don't have to worry about it. We have a 2-score lead later in the game. You know, good teams occasionally do that. They play well enough in the first 3.5 quarters where the last 5 minutes of the game, it's already decided. We didn't do that. We didn't do that. Now, you look at the quarterback position. I honestly don't care who it is in 2025. I want to build the rest of the structure so that when we go all in my opinion, what we should do, go all in 2026 and go trade up if need be and get your guy. Have the offensive line completed. Have Garrett Wilson and another wide receiver locked in, whether it's a guy you draft this year, whether it's Tat McMillan, whether you go get Tyler Warren, whether you go get multiple weapons. We're going to need them. The NFL, you always have veteran wide receivers who are available, who bounce around. I'm not worried about the wide receiver position. Lazard will be gone. Corley, we don't know. Gibson is not rosterable in the NFL, in my opinion. You need to go get 3 wide receivers this offseason. You're probably going to have a rookie, maybe 2. But this regime will build the players that they want to fit their scheme. Now, have the Jets in the past shown any ability to build? No. But you don't hold that against these guys. You don't judge them for the other past. It's like if you were dating a girl and your past relationship, you got cheated on all the time. Does that mean the new girl's going to cheat on you? Probably, because you're an ass. But I digress. You can't put judgment on people who haven't been a part of the failure. You can't. Why do you even follow the sport? When did I say that fucking word? I have never said that word. If you build the structure with an offensive line and you complete your defensive line, you're going to compete in a lot of games with a bridge quarterback. I never said the word tank, ever. I said, and then you go all in 2026. I'm talking trading up, future picks. You be a competitive team that's a quarterback away. You have your offensive line built. You have your defensive line built. You have playmakers. You win 6, 7, or 8 games next year. Maybe a couple more if you get lucky with the right bridge quarterback. And the scheme is really good. And the coaching is really good. And then if you got to go from a pick at 12, 14, 16, and you got to go, you go. I'm not punting, Joe. I'm not saying any of those words. I've watched Sam Darnold. I've watched Zach Wilson. I've watched many of the Cleveland Browns quarterbacks get drafted without there being a structure. You know why Peyton Manning was so successful? He came in as the final piece. They had Marshall Faulk. They had Harrison. They had Ken Dilger. They had Marcus Pollard. They had all the pieces. They just needed the quarterback. Get the pieces. So whoever we get can come in and succeed. There are guys who come in and change an organization. Jaden Daniels this year, if you need further proof. It happens. You have a line, you have weapons, you bring the right quarterback in, and everything gets turned around overnight. Peyton Manning was 3-13 his rookie year, 13-3 year 2. Jaden Daniels goes right to the freaking NFC Championship year 1. Mark Sanchez, the line was built. There was weapons. There was a defense. Young quarterback succeeded. Joe Flacco had a great run game, had a great defense, went on to win early. It happens. It's possible, guys. Fuck the Jets of the past. The Jets of the past don't exist to this regime. I'm shocked at how many people are upset by this. 5 wins. Superstar wide receiver Garrett Wilson, that you all claim to love, has been rumored to want out if they ran this back. Who would pick 41-year-old quarterback over a 24, 25-year-old budding superstar? That alone is enough for me to move on. It might not even be enough to keep Garrett, but you got to fucking try. You have to try. And Greg bringing in another positive. There you go. That's what we want. Positives. 5 wins because our defense was trash. I counter that with this, JoJo. And you know I love you, and I love your name. It took the 32nd ranked defense for us to score 30 points. Was it just the defense that was trash? Go look at how many games we didn't score on the opening drive. Go look at how many games we went pointless in an entire half. We didn't have Zach Wilson, a quarterback. We had Aaron Rodgers. We had Check, the guy playing chess, because he wanted to say check all the time. It didn't work. It didn't work. John B. makes a good point. Time to turn the page. The team will be salvageable with better coaching. Agreed. Agreed. I see Rob V is here. Rob, I had to buy your 2 boxes for the Super Bowl. I don't get a Venmo by 4 o'clock. They're mine. Please and thank you. If you don't want them, just text me and let me know. June the GM. What's up, June? Word is that it was Glenn who wanted to move on. It was his call. I respect it. I respect it. Why waste a year? You want to build. When you take on a job as a head coach and you have a first-time general manager, you have to come in with a vision. You had to sell that to the Johnsons. I love this move. It's the right move for the Jets. And once you guys get out of your feelings, I've watched Zach Wilson go 7-10, and everyone screamed for him to leave the NFL. We watched Aaron Rodgers win 5 games, and everyone's screaming for him to stay. Forget the name. Forget the name. The money, the headaches, the age. No one in their right mind says, run that back. A new regime might take a year or two to build. Why would you want a 41-year-old quarterback to start your regime? It doesn't make sense. And Tom, very good point. It's a great take. Charge decision by Glenn. If that is the case, it's his team. You got to swing it. You got to walk in the room and you got to swing the hammer and you got to let them know what's what. You have to. Because, and let's play this game. Let's play look ahead a little bit. If they kept him and when it would fail, all of you who are crying today would be crying harder in the future. Why did they keep him? You would be crying. Why didn't they cut him? He's 41. He was declining. Aaron Glenn doesn't know what he's doing. Muji's a moron. I could see the tweets. I could see the comments in the chat. They're already written. You already have your revisionist history written. It's as good as the 10 Commandments. It's written in fucking stone. There are fans who will never be happy, no matter what they do. We could trade for Joe Burrow today. Like, Rodgers knows the scheme. He's got more history. You'd never be happy. You'll never be happy, some of you. And I get that. I respect it. They've beaten you down. You have no faith in them. I get all that. Just admit that's what you are. Don't try to come at me or others because we can see things differently than you. Happy Lord's Day. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. God bless everyone. A little coffee, get me going. You had to do it. Why does that taste black? Put creamer in there, right? Maybe it didn't mix. There we go. There we go. So, other than this, hold on. This is going to play music. No, it's not. Okay, good. Boba Jet, welcome back, my friend. Good riddance. Turn it sideways and stick it you know where in the way out. Start fresh and get it right. Saint Nick Shine. Great show so far. Boba, thank you. Appreciate you being here. Stack telling everyone 65 viewers. We're at 69 viewers right now. It always seems that when I go to announce it, we're at 69. Hit the like button. As Tom Ace mandated on this channel, when you get to 69, we drop the call-in. I don't have a lot of time. I am set to leave the house in a little bit, but we get to 69 likes. We start getting call-ins. I'll hang out. The big fella, legendary big fella, for gifting 20 memberships the other night. I guess is what people mean when they say Sunday afternoon delight. Aw, look at me. You're making me blush, big fella. You say all the nicest things, buddy. How are we? Tennessee Heisman with his 3-month super chat. Glenn came in and said, "This is my show. More players and moves to come. Whoever doesn't see the vision is gone." I respect it. Zach Rosenblatt coming in right now with some numbers. I know some of you are cap nerds. I'm cap interested. I'm not a cap nerd. It's from Zach. Cutting Rodgers post June 1st. 14 million dead for this year. 35 million dead in 26. 9.5 million cap savings for this year. No need to cut Adams post June 1st, a regular cut, and they save 29.8 in space with an 8.3 million cap hit. For good measure, Jets would save 6.6 if and when they cut Allen Lazard, or 11 million post June 1st. So getting rid of the Packer trio could save us anywhere from 29, 40, 54 30 it's 40 between the two receivers. So, and it depends on what we do with Rodgers. I did see a message earlier. Connor Long here, his 6-month member super chat. Today is a great day for the New York Jets. Jets QB room in 25. Tyrod, Jarrett Stidham, Hendon Hooker, or Jordan Travis. What now, Rodgers truthers? What now? Let me think as if I was a negative Jet fan, Connor. And I will tell you what now. What happens now is my prediction for the offseason. Matthew Stafford gets traded to the Steelers. I think they're a quarterback away. They got the D. I think they're a quarterback away. I think the Rams start to clear house. Kupp's gone. Stafford's gone. They clear out. They start a new era. I think Rodgers ends up with the Rams. That's what I would guess. I think Russell Wilson ends up in Vegas. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not that crazy about who the quarterback is this year because I want to build the structure. We watched Sam Darnold come in and fail because we had no structure. We watched Zach Wilson come in and fail because there was no structure. There was no coaching. There was no talent. There was no plan. I like that this regime did not waste their fucking time. They didn't get raked over the coals and held up by Rodgers. They said, no, we're not catering to you, buddy. Those days are over. We're done. Good luck to you. Thank you for being you. You're going in the Hall of Fame, first ballot. Good luck. But we can't sign off on this. We can't run this back. June the GM, the super chat. Thank you. You have to respect Glenn doing things his way. And that's from his protege. All of us praise Bill Parcells. This is a Parcells move. This is a Parcells protege move. I don't care what you've done. You can't do it for me. This wins over a locker room. We're not going to cater to the big salary. We're not going to cater to the big persona. We're not going to cater to it. James, I love Matthew Stafford. I would be shocked, excitedly shocked, if that's where he ends up with us. I don't think the new regime wants to go on with an older quarterback with a big cap number. We're getting rid of that. That seems more like a Pittsburgh. We're a quarterback away move. I don't think we're a quarterback away. I don't think that's a possibility here. I can't see them getting rid of Devontae and Rodgers and then making the move. Play-wise, talent-wise, I love Stafford. I think Stafford's the most underrated quarterback in NFL history. I just don't think that you move on from Rodgers to go get another guy. Now you'd have to trade for. I don't see it. I love the player, though. Don't get me wrong. But the trade, the cap, all of that, I don't see us making that move. I don't. But like I said, Stafford, free agent, chooses the Jets. You don't have to give up assets. I would 100% be in on Stafford. Get him a 2-year deal, maybe a 3-year deal. Guarantee the money in the first 2. All right. According to Zach right now, the Jets can cut Aaron Rodgers pre-June 1st. They just lose $25.5 million in cap space. The benefit would be that they'd be done with the contract earlier, but less flexibility this offseason. Which also says, if they do it, right? You lose the 25.5 this year, but that tells everyone we're doing what Douglas did. We're going to strip it down. We're going to fix the cap. We're going to get rid of Devontae. We're going to get rid of Lazard after June 1st. We're going to get rid of Conklin. We're going to get the Rodgers number off. In 2026, we're going to be in a position to build. We'll bite the bullet. We'll build the structure. We'll finish the offensive line. We'll get the D-line in here again. We'll get playmakers. And we'll start to put our imprint on this football team. Big fella with a super chat. I love what is going on with this team. It takes big balls to do this, and I am 100% down. Agreed. Agreed. We are not going to cater to you. That is not what the Aaron Glenn regime is going to be. I'm the fucking man. I like this. This is a great sign. If you want the Jets to succeed, we're not going to cater to bullshit. We're not going to cater to contracts. Maybe it's a sign of Muji saying, I don't want the money spent there like this. The risk is not worth the reward. Maybe we got two good guys with a good fucking vision working together. How about that? Can we ever think positively, Jets fans? Can we say that maybe we got the right coach and the GM paired together? Could this be the first move of many good moves they make? Heisman, Henny C. Heisman with a super chat. Thank you. Now go get us more draft picks. Yes. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Get draft picks. If Abdul Carter is not there at 7, which I don't think he will be, I'm okay with a trade back. I like Will Johnson. I like Tat McMillan. I like Tyler Warren. I'm not dying to get those guys. I'm dying to get Abdul Carter. But I'm not sold and stamped that we have to stay at 7. There's no way that's my mentality. You get more picks? Here's a great idea. You don't get a quarterback this year. You trade back. Maybe you take a second rounder in 2026. And now you have 2 twos next year in 26 draft where you can move up. You give up the 1, you give up the 2 twos, and you give up a future 1 in 27, and you go get your quarterback. Stack fucking chips. Hi, Georgie. Thank you for watching, my friend. Alan with the super chat. Welcome, Alan. Thank you. Take the entire $49 million hit on A-Rod now. Post 6-1 cut Lazard and Mosley as well. I agree. I think Mosley's gone. If it's not his own doing by retirement, it's definitely a post June 1st cut. I can't run it back with him. JoJo, I know. He won't be there for us. But that's the only player in the top 7 that I'm saying we have to get. If he's there, I'm not trading the pick. Trade it back a little bit. There's multiple wide receivers. There's Agbuka from Ohio State. There's a kid from Missouri. If you want a weapon, you can get a weapon, but you trade back, get more assets, and still get the weapon. Here's the downside of it, guys. Gotta need somebody to come up. I don't know if there's a player worth coming up for. I'm not sure there is. There's 82 of you here watching. I thank you for joining on Super Bowl Sunday. My promise to you guys, one day we will be playing today. I hope we are all here for it. I really, truly do. Gained a couple subs so far during the show. Thank you. If you're new, please subscribe. If you got a comment you want to get on, there's a lot of comments in the chat. Super chat's a great way to do it. We do have some memberships, I believe, available. I've been getting maxed out. You know what? I'm gonna try one right now and see if we're popping. This way, none of you do it and get rejected. You do get refunded if they don't attach. And some of them have been attaching after the show. All right, let's see if this connects. It did. I gifted a membership that went to Donovan Coleman. All right. I don't know how many are available, but we do have some. You have to love this move, Jets fans. You might not like it, but you're going to love it. Alan with a question. Nick, would 2 1s for Garrett Wilson entice you? It depends where the ones are. If it's Kansas City, Baltimore, no. Washington? Yeah. Cincinnati, if they lose T. Higgins? Yeah. Yeah. It depends. who and where, and what the picks would be. Those are my biggest questions with it. I don't want to trade him to Kansas City and have the 32nd pick. You're basically not getting a one. Carolina needs a receiver? Yes, please. You think Bryce Young fixed himself after the couple games off? Okay. Yeah, let's talk. I don't even need 2 ones at that point. You give me a 1 and a 2. I'm okay with it. If we're going to get big payment, I'm all right. If he doesn't want to be here, let me say that. If he doesn't want to be here, I'm not trading him just to trade him. But if he demands he wants out, he doesn't want to be here, he wants to go to a winner, you have no choice at that point. Big fella with super chat. Thank you again, big fella. With all this going down, I feel Sherwood is a priority to resign. Guy is a beast and deserves to be paid. Young and talented, exactly what we need. I agree on the talent. Does he fit what they want to run? Now, a talent like that, speed, tackling. Imagine how good he'd be if we had monster defensive tackles keeping the offensive line off of him. Imagine how many he'd get to then. You lock up Sherwood, and then you're probably going to have to redo Quincy as well. How do you pay Sherwood more than Quincy? And Sherwood's going to get more than Quincy on the open market. So you're going to have to repay him. Pat, that's not necessarily true. Some guys just want to play for a winner. Myles Garrett got paid. Myles Garrett wants out. Put in his release about, there's possible talk of Can, but I want to win a Super Bowl. Certain people are dedicated and fixated on winning. The money will be there. Win or lose, the money's going to be there. But winning is very valuable to a lot of people. Money's going. When you're talking millions and millions of dollars, what's $15 million on a team that wins versus $17 million on a team that had to pay you more to be there that never wins? You win, you get endorsement deals. You make that fucking money back if you're that good. You're a top talent. You get endorsement deals. You make that $2-3 million difference like it's nothing. Again, with Sherwood, going back to the big fella super chat, if he fits your scheme, can you afford him? Can you afford Sherwood? A lot of insiders have tweeted and believe that Ulbrich in Atlanta would be a really big fit. I mean, we might get priced out of it, guys. We might. That might be an option. In theory, yes. Give me Sherwood. There's a lot of other things that go with it. There's a lot of T's to cross and I's to dot before we get to that. All right. Rich Samini tweeting a formal announcement could come as soon as tomorrow. The Jets wanted to make it a respectful goodbye, not one that gets upstaged by the Super Bowl. You know what this reminds me of? Remember when Alex Rodriguez opted out of his Yankee deal during the World Series? That's what this reminds me of with Rodgers information coming the day of the Super Bowl. Now you're in New York. Oh boy. And A-Rod. It's too many things lining up. Armand makes a good point. Should tag and trade Sherwood. Yeah. Who else do we have that would be taggable? To be fair, though, Taylor, the Jets didn't announce this, and the Jets have declined comment. This came out from other people. Let's see. Jay Glazer reported it. Jay Glazer is basically like an NFC insider for years, has a good relationship with Rodgers. Rodgers loves headlines. Rodgers loves media attention. This is absolutely 100% a Rodgers job, in my opinion. If you are here, 75 of you, thank you for joining us today. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let me see what we got. I sometimes get caught up reading the chat. I can see why Charles does it so often. But I'll say it again in closing. I like Aaron Glenn and Muji walking in and swinging the big hammer. I like it. It gives me faith and confidence in these guys to lead us. I fully believe we got the right head coach. Need to see more with the general manager. Got to hit on these picks. We got 4 picks in the top 107. We got to get starters. We got to get impact players in the middle rounds. You got to find more Michael Carters. We can't be a team that just relies on a first round pick every year. Doesn't lead to success. Being a front office and coaching staff that have a good vision, have a good plan, devise it, execute it. Draft board falls your way. A guy that you think, other people might not have him ranked highly, but this is what he does. This is what could help. Maybe it's eating up 2 blockers. Maybe it's a great blitzing linebacker. Maybe it's a guy who just has a knack of punching the ball out, changing the game with a tackle and a forced fumble. Remember the days of forced fumbles? We don't do that anymore. We don't change the game. We don't get interceptions, and we didn't force a lot of fumbles. There's little things that happen in a game. And there's guys that have skill sets that do that. Go find them. Go bring them in. Go make them Jets. I'm excited. I know I said I would get like this, but I'm excited, guys. I like this move. Not just because I was the one saying do it, do it, do it, do it, but it shows me that we got men leading this team. Football players love playing for and being led by a stand-up guy, a respected guy. They wasted no time, just over a week, and Rodgers is gone. Got to win the locker room. Got to win the guys that you have there over. Now, a lot of guys have said a lot of great things about Rodgers. A lot of them were in awe, sharing a locker room and a practice field with him. They'll get over it. They know it's a business. They're not fans. They're employees. Employees in this business know, in this industry know, players come and go. We're all going to do our best who's ever here. Some of the names and faces may change. It's very rare that you play with people for your entire career. The New York Jets are going to have to get built. And I believe we got a head coach who's no nonsense, cut from the cloth of Bill Parcells, making a no nonsense, no waiting, no hesitation type of move. And it will make the New York Jets better. Not tough to pass 5 wins, guys, either. Connor Hughes tweeting right now, Aaron Rodgers was open to reworking his contract to help the Jets financially. He talked about this on the record. Money not a factor. So Jets not wanting him. And I love that. I fucking love that. Just want to let you guys know, for those of you that love keeping receipts when I'm wrong, cash this receipt for being right. Thanks, Admo. Appreciate you. Wild Wave, Glenn gave the middle finger. I don't think you give the middle finger. You just say, hey, I appreciate what you do. I appreciate who you are. We're just going to go in a different direction. We're going to go in a direction that we believe will make us better short and long term. JJ, thoughts on McMillan at 7? I like McMillan. I don't have to have McMillan. I would be happy with McMillan. I would be happy with Will Johnson. I would be ecstatic with Abdul Carter. I would be happy with Tyler Warren, but I think I could trade back from 7 if somebody wants to, and I can get some more picks and then still take someone comparable. Do I love the idea of a 6'5" wide receiver lining up across from Garrett Wilson? Yes, I do. Jersey Jet with a great comment, too. No more humiliating his teammates with those looks at the failed play. That's not good leadership. Well, maybe the players just want to run the fucking play that's called. Maybe they're tired of all the checks at the line. Maybe they see something too, and it just doesn't match up. I'm fine with it. Joey, you love dumping Rodgers, but who's replacing him? I'll leave that to the men in charge. I don't have that answer. Many quarterbacks become available every year. Free agency, trades, draft. There's ways to get quarterbacks. Just because we don't have that answer today doesn't mean we won't have that answer in the future. Just because I can't answer that question for you right now doesn't mean we're not going to have a starting quarterback on opening day. We leave that to the men in charge. The men in charge, I believe in right now. I'll believe in them until I don't. That's my faith as a Jet fan. I will believe in you until I don't. And I believe these guys right now. Thank you, Dave. Much respect to you. Very sensible. Others can't see it. Listen, I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan of Aaron Rodgers. I geeked the fuck out on April 12th, 2023, when we traded for him. I was live on the air doing an IOW show that I used to do. And my boy Lamar asked me, he goes, what are you thinking right now? I was like, I'm fucking ecstatic. I go, and I want to call my son, and then I want to call my dad. And for those that don't know, my dad had been passed away about 4 years at that point. 2023, 5 years. So I was ecstatic. For me, Aaron Rodgers was must-see TV at quarterback. Aaron Rodgers, I wanted to watch. I wanted to watch him toy with the defense. I wanted to watch him get the free plays. I wanted to watch him snap the ball before the play clock expired. Shit he doesn't do anymore. It just didn't work out. And this is why you don't trade for a 39-year-old quarterback. There's risk. 2023 was the year. It didn't work out. We had the defense. We had the kicker who didn't miss. That was the year. 2008 with Favre. That was the year. He got hurt. Never told anyone. Rodgers looks like he did the same shit this year. How do we hear all year long? Well, now he's healthy. Now he's healthy. His knee, never on the injury report. Surprised there's no shit from the league over that. People lose draft picks over not reporting injuries. Joey with a very good comment. The game is too fast for Rodgers. If you watch the final 4 teams in the NFL this year, they all have designed runs for their quarterbacks. A running quarterback is a weapon in the league nowadays. Rodgers only had 98 rushing yards all year. It's not good enough. you're losing a weapon. There are plays where on 4th and 2, they go for it, and Lamar or Jaden Daniels just sprint to the outside and get the first down. You have guys who can change the game with their legs as well as their arm. And if you don't have that, you're missing part of the game. Justin Fields for 1 year, maybe you catch lightning in a bottle. Maybe you get a year like Sam Darnold had this year because you get the regime and you get the coaching and you get the structure that the kid's been missing everywhere he's been. Maybe we're the team to fix somebody instead of the team that always has the players that need fixing. It could happen. We got to wait and see. Yeah, Hennessy. As good as Detroit was, as good as Detroit was, they're missing that. Jersey Jet. The name that you mentioned in this comment, he tried to call in 2 weeks ago, I believe, and I told him, "What you said about Jay Graves, I have no respect for you, and you're not welcome on this channel. Don't ever try to call in again," basically. So, good riddance. Yeah, great point, JJ. Rodgers failed us in every big clutch moment. He did. Had the ball multiple times. If we're gonna criticize the defense for giving up the drives, how come you Rodgers truthers can't criticize Rodgers for having the ball in his hands multiple games and failing? Buffalo, Minnesota. You win those 2 games, you're just as good as Zach Wilson. It's 7 wins, buddy. Listen, there's gonna be draft talk. Some people are gonna talk about trading up. Some people are gonna be talking about maybe overdrafting at 7. There's always a quarterback who rises at the combine. When teams sit down and they talk to these guys, players rise. ISU with a very good question, and I think I have a very good answer. When do they cut Zerline? I heard they tried to kick him out the door, but in true Zerline fashion, he missed and he slammed into the wall. Boycott, it's the first fucking time I ever used the word, and I hated that I used it. I hated that I used it. As I'm saying it, I hated it. I've never used that word before talking about anybody. But if you want to talk about Rodgers and you want to say, if these kicks got made, if the defense made a stop, how come it doesn't work the other way? How come you can't say if Rodgers finished the drive, if Rodgers scored more in the first half, if Rodgers scored on an opening drive at all this year? How come you can't say that? Why is it always got to be in defense of your guy that you want? Doesn't make sense. You got to look at it from all angles in sports. Taylor, the great Anthony Richardson exploded on us with his Hall of Fame talent. Well, our Hall of Fame talent was settling for fucking field goals instead of touchdowns that would have put the game out of hand. How come we can't say that? That's the truth. He settled for a goddamn field goal. He wasn't good enough to get touchdowns when we needed touchdowns. It was interceptions. It was failed drives. It was 4 and out. It was field goal attempts. Great quarterbacks finish the fucking drive. Welcome, Jay. Thank you. Hi, Ryan. Could this be a t-shirt? For 70 of you watching, thank you. March 1st, I have the lovely Carly. We'll be working on a merch store. March 1st, we're going to have some interesting shirts. I think you guys will like coffee mugs, shirts, hats, sweatshirt. Should be fun. I think you guys will enjoy this, and I hope you support. How about Garrett Wilson wide open in the end zone and Rodgers missed him? Remember what happened the next play? Was it interception? Was it Leonard Williams, a fucking defensive lineman, picking him off and going 94 yards? Is this the time? He missed a lot. So you got to remind me. Is that the miss that you're talking about? $99 yards. Okay, I'm sorry. Puka Lake Jet fan with a super chat. A shine blanket so you can finally sit on his face. Listen, I don't. That's fine. You want a blanket? We'll get you blankets. I do have to get going in a few minutes. We'll do a speed round. You want to share your thoughts on the move today? I think I pinned it. Did I pin it? Okay. All right. That should be pinned. Link is there. We'll do a speed round of calls. I got to get going. Stack, thank you for updating me, letting me know. Tom with a great idea. Fake beards for the merch store so we can all be like Nick. Just grow your own, man. Nah, because you're weird. You do some weird shit with the beard. Jojo, I had planned on going on before the news broke. And there was a rumor that the Jets might be on. And I went and showered and everything. And as I get out of the shower, I'm looking at the phone. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Everything started coming in. So I changed the name of it. It started with the Jets win on Super Bowl Sunday with question marks. And then I had to change it to a statement. I do. In the Discord. Jay, you're a paying member of the channel in Discord. If you get on the Discord, you get the alerts. What's up, Rob?
My man.
How are you, sir?
Good, bro. How are you?
I'm tired, but
It's a
I'm happy.
wonderful day to be a Jet fan, I can tell you that much. But
It is.
the reason I'm calling in, number one, I'll send you a Venmo right after the show.
All right. 4 o'clock's the cutoff. It's not 4 o'clock. They're mine.
All right, right after the show, I got you. But I'd like to give a special shout out to Wild Wave, to yourself, to Alan, to myself, and our boy Buffalo Jet fan. Because we predicted this months ago and we went through hell. I got called an idiotic moron for this take 2 months ago. I won't mention any names, and thrown off the show because I said there's no chance he's coming back. And you know what? It's not even about being right, bro. I don't care about being right. I want to see the Jets win and sustained winning. That's all I care about. it's not about being right or wrong, but it is nice to say that that we were right though. And you know what?
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. You just got to look at things sometimes with logic and without green glasses on. And no new regime. It didn't matter if it was Aaron Glenn, Muji. It could have been anyone. Not one regime in the world would have taken these two bad contracts on. And what Muji and Glenn did was just they just made the first right decision. Bottom line.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not done. This is the
And they're
first.
not done is right.
There's gonna be
And
many
you know
moves
what?
made.
It's looking good.
There's gonna be many moves made, and it's good to know. There's something I want to read. Do not be a celebrity quarterback. We do not need any of these. We need battlefield commanders who are willing to fight it out every day, every week, every season, and lead their team to win after win. It's an old Bill Parcells quote.
Love it.
So that's
Love it.
that's where we are. It's the right move.
Yep.
It's a move that shows the rest of the team, hey, we're gonna build here, and
Yep.
we want those that stay. We want you to be a part of this.
Yep. Exactly.
That's a
Exactly
wrap.
right. And now it's time to build the team the way these two guys want to build it. So you take what money we have left in free agency, and then in the draft, you build the team the way in their direction, and then you listen. I don't have an answer for quarterback for next year yet, like you had mentioned before. Who knows? We don't know who
Yeah.
will become available.
It's not my
Eh,
question to answer.
yeah,
It's not your
that's
question to
above our
answer.
pay grade. I got nothing to do with that. All I know is we're headed in the right direction. We're going to take this time, the free agency and the draft, to rebuild the team the way the new regime
Yeah,
wants, and we'll figure the quarterback
yeah,
out. And 210, I'd rather take a quarterback at 26 anyway. So let's
yeah.
build the team.
Many trades have been manufactured at the NFL Combine. That's where all
Absolutely.
the agents are. It's where the general managers are. The Goff Stafford trade, the bombshell
Yep.
trade, nobody
Yep.
saw coming,
Yep. Think
happened
about a
at the
team that
Combine.
was in cap hell last year, right? That think about there was a single team that was in cap hell last year, right? And they were horrible the year before under Sean Payton, right? And what they do? And they ate that cap hit of whatever it was. I
Yeah.
forget the number
They
of
cut Russell
whatever
Wilson, and it was an
Wilson's
$89
cap
million
hit,
hit. It was the largest one-year
right?
hit in
They
NFL
took it
history.
on, and what they do? They made the playoffs the next year. So all this pump,
Yeah,
you know, I don't want to hear that. I
yeah.
just want to build for the future. That's it, buddy.
Amen. All right,
Thanks for
bro.
having me
Thank
on.
you
I'll
for the
send you a
call.
Venmo now.
Perfect. 4
All right.
o'clock, the cutoff.
Yes, sir. Gotcha.
For those of you here, I have a treat for you right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Mikey Mayhem. It's not working. The audio's not working. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Try to come back in again. I still can't hear you no matter how loud you try. I can't hear you. I like when you tell someone I can't hear you and they just keep going. How we feeling, chat? Addison. Rob B returning is the best thing about today. Well, Tom, isn't this the universal sign for I can't hear you? I know for Rodgers, this is Garrett Wilson. Just stand still. I'm going to throw you the ball behind the line of scrimmage. But for the rest of humanity, that's, hey, I can't hear you. This is you stink, or I just ripped one. This is I can't hear you. These are simple tells that we all know. Hopefully, Mikey gets it figured out. I miss Rodgers. JJ saying, get over it. Uh, he's been trolling everybody. He's happy. Yeah, I hear you.
Yay! How you doing, buddy? I'm not touching anything.
Don't
I'm
touch
right
it.
here.
Don't pretend you're at the strip club.
Okay,
No, keep your hands
Aaron
off.
Glenn is going to. Aaron Glenn is going to the 49ers to kiss the other guy's butt.
Whoa! How you
Yeah,
feeling, buddy?
that guy. Yeah, good. I'm doing so good. I can't believe they got rid of both players. I can't believe they got rid of Adams too.
They didn't officially do it yet, but they're expected to.
Justin Fields going to the Jets. Justin Fields. Yeah. Him and Garrett, and then they might be training for that guy from the Saints, the wide receiver. Holy cow.
Oh, you have a whole off-season plan already. You there? Mikey froze. We did have a good minute there of Mikey. Many ladies have been able to say that. Many ladies up in Brattleboro, Vermont. I'm going to tell you the phone call I got yesterday at my nephew's birthday party. I get a call. It's from, I didn't have Mikey's number saved. It's from Brattleboro, Vermont. I answer the phone. I'm like, hello? He goes, yeah, is this Weed or Nick? I'm like, it's Nick, Mikey. Oh, how are you? And he's like, it's loud. Are you at a party? And I'm like, yeah, I'm at my nephew's birthday party. I'm like, oh, well, tell him I love him, but not in a gay way. I'm like, well, him being 8 years old, gay would be the last of your concerns, but I'll let him know you love him. Oh, shame that it crapped out. He is persistent. Ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, buddy. Hey, Mikey, wave goodbye to everybody because I'm going to end the show. Wave goodbye to everyone. Look at you. You look like Aaron Rodgers playing quarterback with all the hand signals. I don't even know what route to fucking run. Mikey, give everyone a jet chant. Give everybody a jet chant. Ready? J-E-T-S. Jets, Jets, Jets. All right, Mikey. I can't hear you, but enjoy the Super Bowl, my friend. Love you, buddy. Not in a gay way, though. Not in a gay way. Not in a gay way. I can't hear you, but he's trying. God bless him. That was awesome. Nice little surprise. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. It's Super Bowl Sunday. I have a party to attend. I can't wait. I heard the spread is going to be fantastic. I haven't eaten all day yet. I do intermittent fasting, and I usually eat around 2:00. But today I was like, oh no, I'm waiting. Enjoy the Super Bowl. I hope you win money. A bet that I would like to place is it was plus 7,500 that each team will score a rushing and receiving touchdown in each half. So if you like that bet, make sure to bet the over because that's 56 points minimum. Oh no, Rob. It's vegetables and dips and cheese and wings. I'm staying with it. I got a milkshake with my kids yesterday after my nephew's birthday, and my body was burning all night. I hated it. So I can't cheat. I can't cheat. But ladies and gentlemen, one more time.
Yeah, Mike, you hear me?
I hear you. No hands. Hands up.
Okay, hands up.
Hands up.
I'll talk to you till 4:00.
No, I'm ending the show now. I got to go to a party. Give everyone a jet chant. Hold on.
Yeah, tell them Eric Glenn will put the Jets at #1 team. They're going to win the Super Bowl next year. I don't know how he's going to do it. He's going to win the Super Bowl with Justin Fields as the #1 quarterback ever in history of the New York Jets. Amen. Have a good time at the party, Nick.
Thank you, brother.
Tell your son I love him very much. We going to that game against the Patriots so to whip their butts.
You got it, buddy.
I can't stand the Patriots.
I know, I hate them.
Me too. I hate the Dolphins. I hate Buffalo. The Buffalo stinkers. I love you very much, brother.
I love you too, pal.
Okay, now how you shut off now? I shut off. So you can go to your...
I got you.
Okay, I love you, my brother.
I love you. In a gay way?
Not in a gay way, but I love you as... You're not in a gay way. Like a brother. Like a brother.
Like a friend? Like a friend?
Yeah, like a mother for the other brother.
Friends with benefits or no?
Yeah, benefit. You could be my friend with benefits.
Let's go.
Yeah, man.
All right, Mikey. I'm friends with benefits with Mikey. Suck it, Tom Ace. You've been booted.
Yeah, Casey's go. I think it's gonna be overtime game. Whoever's wins the overtime is gonna be a field goal.
I love you, Mikey. You're the best.
You too. Right, you're my homeboy.
You're my homeboy. Take care, pal.
Okay. I love you, buddy. I talked to that girl tonight before I watched the game.
All right. All right. Good luck.
Okay, love you, buddy.
I love you too. Bye-bye.
But thanks.
Oh. Friends with benefits of Bobby. Mikey. Chiefs fan, I am about to end the show. Give me your thoughts very quickly.
I'm hoping that we repeat real fast. I don't know why.
About the Jets. Today's about the Jets. It's Super Bowl Sunday. The Chiefs have nothing to do with today, dude.
Oh, about Rodgers, I think they fucked up. But you never know. They could sign Justin Fields or like I don't want you guys to sign Kurt. Like even if you have to put Justin Fields out there, it's a better option than Kurt.
Agreed.
But one last thing before I go. If you guys decide to draft a rookie quarterback and go through this for the next 3 years, I think Jet fans might literally kidnap Woody.
I don't think this has anything to do with Woody. I think Woody is going to try again to stay hands off. If you remember, he did do that in the beginning of the Joe Douglas regime. He wasn't here for the first part of it, but he was hands off until the Rodgers move. But you're going to go make a move with Rodgers. The owner has to be on board.
And Jake said something on his show. Sorry to bring up his show. Jake said, watch him go have success with someone else. I don't
Doesn't mean he would have had it here.
He's washed.
That doesn't mean that he would have it here.
He's washed. Rodgers is washed. And I'll have to eat my words. But the only teams interested in him, what I've seen right now, are the Giants and the Titans. And those are washed teams.
Yeah, we don't even know who's interested.
Yeah, but my main issue is how you guys going to do with this cap cut? Like, do you guys take
it's
a
not
big?
Bad.
You guys like lose 75 mil or what?
No. The numbers are. I went over the numbers a little bit earlier, but I do have to get out the door. I do have to get going.
I just hope it
today.
Thank you. I just hope it doesn't eat 50 million of your pay next year, because 50 million goes a long way.
It's either spread it 2 years or take the hit in 1 year. So I leave it up to Muji. They took an $89 million hit in Denver, and they made the playoffs the next year. So it's not as bad as everyone wants to make it sound.
If I'm Glenn, I'm splitting it. If I'm Glenn, I'm forcing the whole entire higher-ups to make it a 2-year thing, just so we could have more money to play with.
All right. Good luck, man.
You too. Thanks, man.
Later, pal. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end. Based on some of the comments, I feel that Jake has a completely different stance than I do on this move. But I got to get ready to head out. I will be listening to the show, and I'll see you over there. Thank you for watching. Thank you, as always, for your support, everyone who with the Super Chats today. You guys are the best. And any more news comes out, maybe I'll go on tonight after the game, late tonight. Who knows? Love you guys. Go Jets. And very quickly, here is Blitz BK. I didn't play this in the opening. We got right into business today. I like Jets news. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the Nick Shine Show. I am your host, Nick. God bless.
This got me.
Gentry covering the fumble. Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show.